If you insulted also, I apologize. It's not the agenda has been changed, and I have to tell you that we have a meeting. The commissioners know about it except Dr. Wiley. And if
Do you
feel
exclude them
insulted,
normally?
I'm sorry?
You normally exclude them?
No, Councilman, I don't. And I'm glad you're a little lady, you're getting a little gutsy. I appreciate that. Makes you look good.
All right.
So I appreciate that.
All right.
So,
What I came here today to
but
say.
excuse me, if you say that you feel insulted, again, my apologies if you feel insulted, but I do have another commitment. That's all I can say.
I understand you have many other commitments that you have to take care of, but you got to remember that you're accountable first and foremost to the public.
You're absolutely right. Thank you.
That's first
Thank
and
you.
foremost whenever you're an elected official.
What is your next question, please?
All right. Next, I'd like to say that since you were elected in May of 2011,
Right.
you aligned yourself very closely with Governor Chris Christie last year. You
Okay.
spoke highly of him. You invited him to West New York. He even came in to swear you in last year.
Oh,
If I
okay.
recall
Were you here
correctly.
my swearing in, Councilman?
No, I did not
Oh,
attend,
okay,
but
okay.
I recall
You
that he
recall.
came in to the town
Okay.
of West New York to swear you in.
Okay.
Am I incorrect?
Councilman, you're absolutely right. yes.
Just want to make sure.
And I'm
Now,
going to say a little more. I believe in the gentleman. He's a great leader, and he's a good man.
Okay.
And now the question is,
no, I'd like to make a statement rather
I
than.
know, go ahead, go ahead with the statement.
Now, Governor Chris Christie,
Yes.
throughout the state of New Jersey, has made it very clear that he's taken a position on elected officials that are charging
Indictments,
corruption
correct?
cases.
On indictments?
I'd like to finish.
Okay, go ahead.
He's made it very clear that his position on elected officials who are facing corruption cases is the fact that once they become indicted by a federal grand jury, that they should step aside and allow the town people to move forward.
Now, let me ask you a question, Mr.
I haven't
Councilman. Do
finished.
you think my indictment is related to my business as the mayor of West New York, yes or no?
Yes,
And I tell you, think about
Absolutely.
it carefully, and I'll tell you why I have to say this. Do you think it is? Do
absolutely.
you think an alleged of computer hacking has something to do with being the mayor of West New York?
That's not for me to say.
But
That's
don't
not
make
for
the
me to say.
accusation.
No,
Make
I'm a
the
member of the
accusation.
public,
No.
and I'm allowed to make my case in
And
front of the board of
pursuant to the law,
commissioners.
he's entitled to correct you if you're wrong.
You're
You got
wrong.
your 5 minutes.
I'm not
But
incorrect.
he's entitled
It's
to
my own
correct you.
personal opinion. How can you
Okay,
say my
okay,
opinion is
okay.
incorrect?
Well, then you're out,
Okay,
you're
no,
making
listen.
facts that are not appropriate.
Okay,
I'm
Mr.
not
Councilman,
saying
Mr.
anything other than the
Councilman,
fact that
but-
what I'm quoting is the governor's
Okay.
statement when he goes across the state of New
Okay.
Jersey.
And he's not charged with political corruption.
I'm not charging
I said
political.
it's a
It's
corruption
not
case.
applicable to the facts. Make your statement.
What the governor has said, that when elected officials are indicted by a grand jury.
That's not what you said
Has
before.
been the case.
You said
Yes, I
before,
did.
political corruption.
No, what I said was a corruption case.
Okay, do you believe this is corrupted, Mr. Cosmo?
My personal opinion is not of the fact here.
Do
What
you
I'm
believe-
stating is what the governor of
Okay,
New
Mr.
Jersey has
Cosmo, let me ask you,
said
let's get
regarding
to the
elected
bottom of
officials.
this. You're saying in your mind that the fact that I am indicted, I should be stepping down. That's what you're gonna.
I said it before the
Now, and you were persistent, which I appreciate that about you. That's what I like. Like, you've been very persistent, and you've taken a very good role in that. And you know what? Leadership is important to me. What I'm gonna say to you, Mr. Cosmo, and I'll say it for the last time, because you're gonna keep telling me every month, and you're trying to become famous. God bless you. What I'm gonna say to you, Mr. Cosmo, this has nothing to do with my private practice as a pain management physician. This has nothing to do with my role as the mayor of West New York. In this country, I respect the law. The law is great. And you know the definition of indictment means that I have the full service of the law to be able to respond to it. And God forbid, Mr. Cosmo, a couple of months from now, you get indicted. Guess what? I'm going to give you all the opportunities, like you had when you were the board president, to prove yourself not guilty. So having said that, all I have to say is I thank you for your comment, and have a good day.
I never said that you don't have the judicial system to back your case up.
Well,
I
I'm
think,
just gonna say what I
I
feel.
believe you have to fight it as best you think you can.
And
But
in the
until that
meantime-
point, you're not capable of governing this town. It's
Mr. Cosmo,
proven. It's evident.
and Mr. Cosmo, you should hang around with me, because if I were,
No,
I
no,
want
I
to
don't hang
reduce,
around with
if I reduce the taxes, if I reduce the budget, if the town is looking better and we're growing, and there's a lot of proof of that. What did you and the prior administration do for this town? Increase the taxes, the town was a mess, and there was massive corruption. You were there, Mr. Cosmo. You used to hang around with the other mayor.
So every
You know that.
person who works for the town that still works under
Mr.
you is all
Cosmo,
responsible.
many times you were always with the other prior mayor. Having said that, again, let's focus on making this town better. I said to you last time, join
always
me,
been my
let's work
goal.
together. And
That's
indictment,
always been my goal.
Mr. Cosmo, I will defend it. I have the money, I have the time, and I have the people with me to defend this indictment. Thank you.
I have no problem.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cosmo.
That's the money.
All right, when you